Hello everyone, and welcome to my bold and beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge and Taylor are added to Thomas and Paris ceremony at Steffy's double wedding. According to teasers for the bold and the beautiful, Steffy Forrester could put her all into promoting Ridge Forrester and Taylor Hayes' upcoming chapter. Despite her misgivings about Ridge and his history of breaking Taylor's heart, Steffy is hopeful that he won't do it again. Steffy could put aside her reservations and conclude that Taylor and Ridge simply require a sincere commitment, since she genuinely thinks they are meant to be. It goes without saying that Paris Buckingham and Thomas Forrester are engaged. Paris and Thomas intend to marry at the Forrester estate when the time comes, even though they haven't decided on a wedding date yet. Steffy may eventually have an epiphany and decide that this is the ideal chance to secure Ridge's future with Taylor. What if Steffy begins promoting a plan for 2 weddings? Perhaps Steffy will suggest that Ridge and Taylor be added to the ceremony for Thomas and Paris in the future. Given that he also thinks Taylor and Ridge belong together, Thomas would likely be in favor of it. It would really simply be a matter of persuading Ridge and Taylor that this is the appropriate decision, since Paris is unlikely to mind sharing her big day. Ridge may eventually cling to the idea of being married to Taylor again, because he has grown so disillusioned with Brooke and everything he believed they had in common. In order to purchase an engagement ring for Taylor and start the process of getting married, Steffy can persuade Ridge that he must demonstrate his commitment. The program will eventually need to face the fact that Paris and Thomas are still not married. Will Thomas and Paris return for their planned marriage ceremony on the Forrester property, as planned by BNB? Will Ridge and Taylor's wedding go place at the same event? In any case, our forecasts indicate that Steffy will come up with fresh, maybe drastic strategies to coerce Ridge into supporting Taylor. Is Hope playing matchmaker for Mom in Brooke's blind date ambush? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope Logan may decide to handle things herself in regards to her romance with Brooke Logan. Hope would want to see Brooke move on since she is unhappy with Ridge Forrester going directly to Taylor Hayes anytime problems arise. Ridge is the only man for her, according to Brooke, but Hope no longer believes that Ridge is her fate. Since Hope has just experienced a negative side of Ridge, we must consider everything from her point of view. On top of everything else, Ridge is now swinging back toward Taylor, so it seems sense that Hope would want Brooke to stop using the waffler. Hope has strong reason to desire the same thing for Brooke, since she has finally moved on with a man who is totally committed to her. Without a doubt, Hope's current perspective on love is influenced by her connection with Carter Walton. Hope believes Carter is the best man she could possibly ask for, and is receiving complete loyalty from him. Hope regrets ever settling for anything less at this time. Hope sees Ridge as an issue that her mother must solve since Brooke is settling for him, and he isn't committed. Brooke's assurance that Ridge is her real love may be disregarded by Hope. Perhaps Hope would believe that she only has to present Brooke with a better alternative, and open the door for her to meet her true love. Is it possible for Hope to act as a matchmaker and surprise Brooke with a blind date? Hope may choose someone she thinks would be Brooke's ideal match, and arrange for them to spend a romantic evening together. Given that Deacon Sharp and Sheila Sharp are already married, Hope could choose not to upset their relationship, especially because it might drive Sheila insane. Anyone in Los Angeles who provokes Sheila will inevitably receive terrible news. Hope may choose a whole other person for Mom rather than matching Deacon and Brooke. After all, Hope's situation didn't start to improve until she started seeing Carter again. Although our BNB predictions suggest that Brooke would continue to fight Hope's attempts to get her to stay away from Ridge, Hope will still make an effort. Does Ridge withhold Brooke's CEO truth from Steffy's intel? According to previews for The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke Logan became the CEO of Forrester Creations. Ridge Forrester bounced back to Taylor Hayes when Brooke failed to communicate her intentions to him. But Brooke is committed to doing the right thing. Steffy Forrester Finnegan might be informed of the truth by Zen Forrester Dominguez. However, it would be typical of Steffy to hide this information from Ridge. According to BNB spoilers, Brooke took a chance with Forrester Creations. Most members of the Forrester family refused to work under Carter Walton and Hope Logan as soon as they took over. Ridge Forrester, Steffy, and Eric Forrester have all quit their jobs at the business. Carter asked Brooke whether she would be the next CEO of the firm. Though she believed she could put things right, Brooke took the job. Brooke doesn't appear to have a strategy. Brooke was unable to convince Ridge that she wasn't changing sides because of this. Brooke lacks a well-defined plan. Brooke has the brilliant idea to persuade Carter to reverse the LLC by using her position. Since Carter would have to concede defeat, I don't think that will ever happen. She can persuade Brooke to reverse the LLC regardless of whether he is the CEO. According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke informed Zend of her plans. After the coup, Zend abandoned Carter and Hope, but Zend was pushed to remain aboard and serve as their spy by the Forresters. Zend might inform Steffy on this if Brooke informs him of her plans. Reuniting Ridge and Taylor appears to be Steffy's top priority above preserving the business. Steffy has devoted a lot of time to sowing the seeds of Brooke in Ridge's thoughts. Will Zend even inform Ridge about Brooke's quest for redemption if she tells Steffy about it? Most likely not, as that may split Ridge and destroy Steffy's idyllic little world. Furthermore, Steffy would have to own that she was mistaken about Brooke, and I'm not sure if her ego could take that. As the takeover proceeds, what do you anticipate happening? Will Zend disclose Brooke's plans to Steffy? Will Steffy not tell Ridge that? If so, would Steffy be held accountable if Taylor experiences heartbreak once more? Brooke still feels depressed the day after Christmas. She questioned whether assuming the CEO role was a major mistake during Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful. But Ridge made the most significant error of all. The program on December 26th marked the end of Christmas happiness. Brooke spent her time alone in her home. Hope, her daughter, paid her a visit. The two discussed the consequences of her connection with Ridge. She told Hope that she had seen Ridge with Rebecca Budig's character Taylor. It appeared as though the two had it on. However, Taylor spilled a drink on herself, so she was wearing one of Ridge's shirts. They were prepared to go to bed, even if they hadn't yet. Ridge betrayed Brooke's trust. Nothing would stand in the way of their relationship, he assured her. But as soon as he learned about Brooke's new job, he quickly overreacted. Ridge called Brooke a traitor and a hypocrite. He pretended that his ex-fiancée had taken him by surprise when speaking with Steffy, Jacqueline McInnes Wood. But it's him who is behaving hypocritically. At last Brooke assumed that role. However, treachery is Ridge's first thought. He was initially told about the takeover by Brooke. It's not as if she knew about Hope and Carter's plot and didn't tell him. In fact, it would be logical for Brooke to take the job. She can provide the business some much-needed stability. In order to prevent it from being further damaged, she even gave Ridge the assurance that it would be in good hands. This demonstrates Ridge's lack of faith in Brooke. Without telling her, he made the worst choice imaginable. It could be too late for Ridge to see the folly of his methods if Brooke backs out of her plan to return the firm to him. Fanny Grayson's smelly proposition, Ivy's alliance, and Luna's prison beating the brave and the courageous have arrived. Fans might anticipate that Bill Spencer will be embarrassed by Luna Nozawa's beating in jail in tomorrow's episode. Will Spencer and Ivy Forrester join forces? In addition, Fanny Grayson has returned with a perfume line proposal. Let's discuss what will happen in the upcoming episode of the CBS soap opera. As you continue reading, Will was certain that his mother would tell him the truth. Katie would only suggest that Will might not know Electra Forrester as well as he believes, but she wouldn't reveal the true reason. Ivy and Will talk about Electra. Will and Ivy will both be perplexed by Electra's abrupt dismissal. Katie denied that Electra's Forrester heritage was the reason. Additionally, Katie didn't disclose to Will that the photos were sent to her via an anonymous email for convenience. That is not at all suspicious. Ivy and Will are going to talk. Will and Ivy will devise a scheme because they want the truth. Will and Ivy make the decision to speak with Carter Walton and Hope Logan over Electra's dismissal. Carter knew about it. In fact, Brooke Logan informed him that the dismissal had been handled. Will Carter then explain to Will and Electra that it has to do with pictures? According to Friday, December 27th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill visits Luna in prison once more. Luna cautioned the last time that Bill had no idea what it was like for her inside. What a coincidence that Luna's face is blue and black when Bill visits her again. Luna will undoubtedly exploit these injuries to pressure Bill into assisting her with the appeal. The return of singer Fanny Grayson to Forrester Creations is also hinted at. Fanny is pitching a perfume line this time. Is this alliance doomed? Or will Carter and Hope's idea become a reality? On which plot thread are you most excited to watch? What do you think will happen to Will, Electra, Luna, and Bill? How will Ivy, Brooke, Katie, Carter, Hope, and the other characters fare in the future?